Time now for our Bloomberg Quick Take, where we provide context and background on issues of interest. Americans have changed their minds about weed. 8 U.S. states and the District of Columbia have legalized pot for recreational use, permitting a fifth of Americans to consume weed freely in their home states. Here's the situation. In November, voters in Massachusetts, Nevada, Maine and California said yes to legalizing weed for recreational use. Voters in Arizona turned down the measure. A majority of states have legalized it for medical use, including 3 in November. The election of Republican Donald Trump to the U.S. presidency muddies the outlook, however. Trump has said states should determine their own weed rules. Yet legalization laws have effect only because the U.S. Justice Department in 2013 agreed not to interfere, since federal law bans marijuana for all uses. A Republican-led Justice Department could change that policy. Legal weed joints and pot-laced consumables like chocolates and mints generated an estimated $3 billion in sales in the U.S. in 2015. Here's the background. Cannabis has been used since ancient times for its fiber, in addition to its medicinal and mood-altering effects. It was effectively outlawed in the US in the 1930s, at about the same time that a 13-year prohibition on alcohol was overturned through a constitutional amendment. Support for legalization in the US grew after states began permitting medical use of the plant to treat pain and nausea in patients with AIDS and cancer. Here's the argument. Legalization advocates make the case that cannabis is safer than alcohol. They argue that making weed legal would allow for better monitoring of an industry that has long existed underground. It also provides tax revenue, and Colorado, for example, collected $135 million in state taxes and fees from 240 dispensaries in 2015. Critics say easing marijuana laws exposes children and teenagers to the drug and could lead to an increase in drugged driving.